right, good morning, everybody. Happy Christmas Eve day, December 24th, 2021. Give you a update after day three of the work. First thing, we went ahead and took care of, had to order uh, a new set of hubs for the trailer. We had one hub that was definitely bad on the right side. A stud was spinning in the back, so that had to definitely had to be replaced. So I went ahead and replaced both of those, and I'd got new tires and wheels, so those have been mounted. And then we had the issue on the right side of the trailer where a leaf spring is broken. So rather than take any chances, and there's the left side replacement wheel. I've got a set of bearing buddies will be here. I want to say Tuesday from Amazon. We'll put those on, and then this side is good to go, ready to travel. Then moving over to the right side here, we did the same thing, but with one exception. I've got a broken leaf spring in the back on the bracket, and rather than take any chances, I went ahead and put a come along on there, wrapped it around the axle, and brought it up across the front of the trailer frame to keep that axle from shifting at all during any transport. So that was a bit of a project, but nonetheless got it done. Greased everything up, put Permatex on there so we wouldn't have any more issues with lug nuts not wanting to come off, and so we went ahead and got that done. Next thing, and the biggest thing, well, before we get to that, we'll go back to the trailer for a minute. It's funny, the trailer was made, let's see, it's identified here, May 21st, 1987. I was curious, the front of the trailer, all the aluminum, it was just stained black from being out there for, probably hasn't been touched in 1987. So a little bit of looking and searching on tinboats.net, I found that cleaning the aluminum, no matter what, best way to do it was just plain vinegar and a copper scrubby, and I put that on there this morning. Scrubbed it after setting about 5 minutes, and after just a quick touch with that, it looks pretty good. And I started taking out some of the electrical. Starting with a bow light. I'm going to use a Guardian, and I'm going to use battery operated lights. It just makes life much easier. And what you see, this is a Guardian Angel micro light. Clearly it's a magnetic, but being aluminum, it is not going to stick. This was a micro series I had got to my Hobie, but we're going to go ahead and get the next larger version as opposed to the micro, a little more substantial up there on the bow. And then the light on the stern, I'm either going to put up there on the polling platform similar to what I've got now, or I'll put it in the stern on the back on a bracket, not really sure yet. Probably the biggest thing in this whole project is getting the floor up, and that has been a chore to date. All the perimeter of the floor, that was all secured with hex head screws, and I went ahead and soaked those in PB, all the screws in PB Blaster, and soaked them really, really good for a few days, and went back with a 1/4 inch ratchet, and I was able to get those out, and there we go right there. And again, those went around the all the perimeter of the floor. They're out, and we went ahead and got those out. The balance of them running down the center here of the boat, that is all Someone in their infinite wisdom at one time took everything out, apparently, and that is all stainless, and that just doesn't work. Those are basically in there, and can't get them out. So I took out, got a Dremel, and started cutting off the heads with a metal cutting grindstone, and got most of those ground down. I've got to get a left-handed twist drill bit, carbide bit, and drill those, and then get a screw extractor, and well, we'll see. Hopefully they come out. Once I started grinding them with the heat, the aluminum floor expanded, and I was able to back a couple of those out. But the rest, no bueno. Those weren't moving, and I'm going to have the same issue here with the cleats. I tried to move a couple of those with the nuts on the bottom, and the tops of the bolts are spinning, so I'm going to put a crowbar under there, put a little bit of pressure on the cleat from the bottom, and hopefully I can get those out. But what I've got here, as you can see, probably, there we go, zoom in right there. That's one of them that I started drilling out, and I went around pretty much the whole perimeter of the floor, got those out, and started going up the center of the boat, drilling those out, and we'll see what happens. I've got a aluminum filler coming from eBay. I forget just what it is off the top of my head, but I'll update that once it's in. But apparently you can, I've got a lot of small screw holes similar to this throughout the boat. There's some up there in the bow, which you can see right there. So we're going to patch all those, fill them in, and from what I hear, that product can be sanded, so I can fill those holes, sand it, be done with that. That should be pretty easy. I went ahead and I've updated in the last video. I've got all of my hatch lids measured. I've got pricing on the hatch lids, latches. That's about $1,200, and getting that going. And I'm working on getting. I'm not going to use C-deck on the floor. I'm just not overly impressed with it, to tell you the truth. There's another product I had heard about and actually done quite a bit of research on. It's a product called Aquatraction. It's a whole lot less than C-deck, and doesn't stain, and so far everything I've heard about it and watched on YouTube, nothing but good. So I'm gonna, there's a place up in Ocala, sent them an email and try to get an idea on what it's going to cost. I'm guessing somewhere around between 35 and 40 a square foot to have installed, and that'll be once everything's done, painted. I'll have that done last. Then I'm working on getting my grab bar done. I've got a local welder. I just got to figure out how I'm going to lay it out. I'm going to put my Simrad Evo 3 on the grab bar, and Florida Marine tracks to run around in. So we'll see what happens. But once I get the floor out of the boat, which is the next, that's really the biggest thing. That's going to be that's definitely going to be a challenge, and that's the worst of the whole project from what I can see so far. Everything else I can get out, and we'll go ahead and take care of everything. That shouldn't be much of an issue. So I guess the next step now will be the first of the week, heading to Home Depot, getting a left-handed twist drill bit set, screw extractor, and doing what I've got to do to get that floor out. I may have to drill some of it out, not sure. The one thing I am going to do when I put everything back in I'm gonna use all hex heads and everything, and I will use stainless when I put them back in, but I'm going to apply some lanolin grease as opposed to Tef gel is great, but it's outrageously expensive for what you get, and everything I've read, lanolin grease just as good. That way, when I put them back in, won't have a problem if I ever need to get them out. But yeah, I don't see. I don't see the need to get those things taken back out once I get everything in. I'm going to get the floor underneath cleaned up. The only wiring in the boat is going to be from the grab bar back. I'm going to put a carbon fiber tiller extension on there, so I'm going to have to wire a trim and tilt switch externally from the engine up to the grab bar, and then the jack plate switch, that's also going to go from the grab bar and get that done. So that won't be too bad. I've got a lot of that work done, a lot of that designed. I'm not expecting really any big issue as far as that goes. That should be pretty straightforward, but time will tell. But we're going to take Christmas Eve day off and do a little bit of planning, and skip the workout here today. Put in 3 solid full days, a lot of work, but the plans are coming together. Like I said, the biggest thing was the trailer, and then before I start any other work on the hull, once I get everything out that I need to get out, especially the floor and all the other components off, I'm going to take the boat locally here, put it in the water real quick and make sure there's no leaks in the hull. I don't anticipate there's going to be. Owner was pretty straightforward, and got no reason to believe otherwise, but nonetheless, we'll take it and dump it in the water right quick and see what we can determine, and if there's anything that leaks, we'll go ahead and take care of that. But other than that, that's pretty much it, and hope y'all have a Merry Christmas, and get everything y'all want, and we'll see you on the next flip side, which ought to be the early part of next week. Other than that, that's the update after day 3 for my Sea Ark rescue project.